Okay. All right. Here we go. Back this truck up and begin in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, did you know we did a thing for you?
Fart gas in California.
I forgot to tell you about this. Never put a glow stick in the microwave.
Oh, wow. Being 100 makes you want to jump.
Jen Lowe will never join Twitter.
Aw, Robin Williams had other stuff, too.
Recommendals.
Tom's Tech Time.
Your emails and more on this episode of the Morning Stream.
A fun factory. Let's have a Play-Doh party. Yeah. A shooting star.
You can make all sorts of great things with a Play-Doh Fun Factory.
I made spaghetti.
And now you can get a Play-Doh Fun Flyer free when you buy Fun Factory in specially marked packages. It's lots of fun and little enough to take with you wherever you go while supplies last. The Play-Doh Fun Factory toy comes with everything you see here. From Kenner.
Liar, liar, your pants on fire.
The morning stream, the morning stream, the morning stream, the morning stream, morning stream,
The Morning Stream, a drifter just passing through their town.
the morning stream, morning stream, morning stream.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Morning Stream. This is the Morning Stream for Wednesday, November 12th, 2014. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Everett.
Well, hello there. Much more rested today. I feel like I'm finally catching up to, the time difference from California, the daylight savings time switch, just in time.
Just to
To
go
do it all
right
again
back.
tomorrow.
Yep, flying right back. Right, and shortly after the show ends tomorrow morning, you'll be on your way.
That's
will
right.
you not? Yeah.
Yeah, my flight's at about 12:50, so it's basically dust myself off after TMS, pick myself up.
Spray that, wipe that stink off you, and get on
That's
that plane
right.
and go. Yeah, I feel like I haven't recovered from the trip, and it's silly because usually a California trip, no big deal. Like last year, I was just right back at it, but just kind of slow and kind of logy. If that's is that still a word? I think it is.
No, it's not.
Isn't it logy? You're feeling logy. I mean, we used to hork up logies when we were teenagers, but I think
I'm
logy.
up all night to get logy.
I think logy's a term. Let's look this up here. Logy. Oh, I can't find it. Hey, chat room, your job today, your first assignment, if you can take it, is to find the definition of logy and prove that I'm wrong. But anyway, yeah, just kind of, I don't know, dragging my feet. I feel kind of heavy. Just kind of off, man. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I need to, I don't know, take another nap, 6-hour nap at noon, like I did the day I got back. You'd think that'd be enough. You'd think that would have been my recovery. That would take me back. But no.
No.
I still feel like you know what? I'm just in the immortal words of Donnie Glover. No, what's his name?
Danny Glover?
Danny Glover. Donnie Glover.
Donald Glover is his son was on Community.
But he's not really related, though, right?
I thought we figured out that. Oh, that's right. We figured out that they are not relations.
They are not related. That's right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
That's what it was. There's got to be more Glovers in the sea than just those two.
Well, of course.
But I feel like I am. Here, let me do his quote. Here we go. I'm getting too old for this shit. Did I do it right? Did that sound right?
Perfect. That was
Okay.
well done.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much. All right. It's something I forgot to tell you about. Well, before I tell you about this, there's something I forgot to tell the people about. When you and I were at BlizzCon, I mentioned it Monday, but you weren't here, and it was only briefly. We decided to do something nice for Patreon supporters.
We did.
From our where people go to patreon.com/TMS and support the show. And what we did was a small little 17, 18-minute on-the-floor podcast from BlizzCon where we answered your TMS questions from the Ask TMS hashtag and had a little fun with that. And it's for your ears only. And in fact, if you are already a supporter, then you should have gotten an email.
Probably already know because you've probably already heard it.
Yeah, you've probably gotten the email saying, hey, check it out. It would have been through Patreon. Now, if you didn't get it for some reason and you have those emails blocked or you're filtering emails, so you're not getting stuff that looks like spam or something like that, head on over to the Patreon site. And if you just or use your normal login that you used to hop in the first place, you can go to the members area and the link is right there. So just wanted to make sure you guys knew. We had a little fun there. It was not a planned thing necessarily. We decided, hey, let's do a little fun something. We're here, we're together. We're here.
Like,
We're queer.
Let's say there's somebody out there who hasn't become a patron yet. And I'm going to say it's patron, right?
Yeah, patron.
The Patreon is the site, but when you support us, you are a patron.
Correct.
Okay.
Finally, we have cleared that up.
What's that?
Let the confusion end. We have cleared that up once and for all. Yes.
Listen, bros. So what is the minimum? So let's say they want to join up. They want to help out. They can't afford to do a lot, but they do want some cool stuff.
Yeah.
What's the lowest they can do and still get cool stuff?
To get something.
Yeah. Like let's say they want that audio file. Let's say they want to
$1.
They want to get that.
$1.
That's it?
A month, Brian.
A month? $1 a month?
That's all you'd need to get that one piece. Now, there's other stuff at higher levels, of course, that you're going to want. But if all you're saying to yourself is, man, I literally have $1 I can spare, and that's it per month, well, then you can get the free show. Go over there and get it. It's fine. It's good. And here's the best part. This isn't for people who have already signed up, just only them. If you go do it now, today, you'll also get access to that file and any little future one of those things that we decide to do. Mm-hmm. So go check it out.
I really like doing that, actually. That was kind of fun. Yeah. It felt very spontaneous and off the cuff and
also a little weird because we were in the corner, all kind of creepy like that. And it was dark.
Yeah. We were in the guild hall. We had to pull over a couple of chairs. Somebody gave us a nice little pineapple lamp to set the mood.
That was lovely. All the chairs got turned the other way because they were preparing for the instance live recording. And
live.
It was nice. And then they would make smack talk remarks from the other side of the room there a little bit. It was a nice little intimate gathering, and you guys should check it out. So there you go. There's that. Now, there's something I didn't tell you about that happened at the con. When I was in the opening ceremonies, this happened early, and I'm surprised I forgot to tell you while we were there. But I'm sitting next to Patrick and Kim. Don't tell anybody, but Kim was in the press area there, everybody.
What?
Yeah, we kind of snuck her in. Patrick did it.
She can, you know what? Let her take that role that Tristan never took advantage of. Like, he had that press pass the whole weekend, never did a thing with it.
Oh, dang it, really? Shoot. Yeah. We should have swapped that thing around. But anyway, here's how it went. She sat there. Patrick snuck her in, so I'm going to give him full credit for that. Was sitting there, and before the thing starts, I stood up to see if I could see where you guys were, because I was trying to see how close we were in proximity. So I stood up, and I'm just kind of like arcing around, looking around, and you know how that room, it's huge and dark, and people are sitting and mingling and getting ready for the thing to start. And I don't see you, but right before I sit down, I hear somebody yell. I feel like I've told this story, but maybe I haven't.
I think you have.
Have I told the story?
I heard it, and I can't remember when I heard it.
Maybe I told it on... did I tell it on Monday?
Oh, maybe you told it during the instance live.
Oh, I might have.
Yeah.
Maybe I did before the show.
So keep going. Yeah,
okay, so I haven't told this show. That's the important bit.
Yes.
So I hear this somewhere. It didn't sound like anything, and I thought, well, they're probably not yelling at me. So I sit down, and I stood up again. I'm like, I look around again, and I put my hand next to my ear, hoping that the person who did it, maybe if they were talking to me, they would do it again. And this time I hear, and I went, oh, that's got to be for me. So I put both hands up, both ears, and he yells, fart gas, like super loud. So somebody in the press area yelled fart gas at me. That means someone there listens to TMS, or it's the original fart gas guy. I don't know what to believe. Freaked me out completely. So our fart gas guy is loose in Anaheim.
It would be nice to think that someday you'll get some closure, and you'll get a guy who walks up to you and says, "Hey, I was the fart gas guy."
Yeah, and my cousin was explosive tip, and this other dude, I'd like to get some clarity on all this stuff. Anyway, that was just
my sister. She works in the drive-thru. She constantly swaps out the microphone every time she sees you come through.
Exactly. So anyway, that was a pretty funny moment in the show that I didn't expect, and good times. All right, speaking of all of that, I had a conversation. We're always reading Huffington Post articles for the news.
Yes. And we're always kind of jabbing when they jam all their puns into the into the thing.
They're frequent offenders on that mark, and it's fun to point them out and all that.
Sure.
I get an email yesterday from a reporter at the Huffington Post, and I thought, oh no, Brian, these guys are contacting me because we have made too much fun of their ways. Like it's the Huffington Post coming to get revenge on us or something. No, that's not what it was. He wanted to interview me about World of Warcraft's Warlords of Draenor launch tomorrow and about the instance. So, soon enough, here's what we need to do right now. We need to make a bet.
Okay.
Will this article when it comes out in the HuffPo, will it have a pun at the beginning regarding Warcraft or something in this article that I'm in, and what will it be? So let's take a guess here. So what do you think it'll be? You're good at these things.
All right, trying to think of some of the things they'll say. Warcraft launch, Draenor.
Yeah,
Draenor, I guess it is.
Yeah, Warlords.
Warlords.
Blizzard could be a name. They talked. Let me give you a hint.
Nerds prepare for war.
That's pretty good. I mean, a lot of the article is covering the history of the game itself and how it's changed over the years and what I want to see from it moving forward. So, if
were you one of many people they interviewed, or is this article going to be about the game and then about
it
you and your
sounds
relationship?
It sounded from his questions that it was just me, but that could be wrong. But assuming that that's true, that may have a thing to do here. Like, how about
the Huffington Post pulls out a Johnson and prepares for war?
See, now that is pretty close to what they would do, right? Like, that's you're in keeping with the truth of it, the way it usually works.
It's always sometimes a little racy, sometimes a little blue.
Yeah, I mean, all I can think of is like, wow, it's wow time again, or something dumb like that.
Right.
Like we're sure. I mean, the guy's super nice. Like, I'm not disparaging him.
Brace for the next blizzard.
Right. That could be it. Actually, that could be it. And he's a super nice guy. He was super cool to work with and stuff. And I don't think that, I'm just speaking here of the general rule that seems to rule the day over there at the HuffPo, which is to start with a pun. So we'll find out. The chat room probably full of guesses by now. Let's see what they're saying.
Totally, yeah. We got gamers prepare for a blizzard of entertainment.
That's
Spare
not
an
bad.
instance for some World of Warcraft.
It's not bad. Let's see here. Alabama man. Nope, that's not a good one.
In this instance, you can get prepared.
Are you orking ready for the new World of Warcraft? That's pretty good. Nice job, Big Al. Nice job. Nice ideas. Warcraft expands into the past. Well, that's too not punny enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that needs to be punny. And by that, I do not mean funny, because they rarely are. Anyway.
Diablo player to stop playing Diablo temporarily to play World of Warcraft.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Rabid Diablo player to put his mouse down for a short period of time. That's more truth to that than you think.
I know.
I'm loving that game. I love that game. What can I tell you? I can't help it. All right, we're going to call Daryl.
Okay.
And
Daryl got his food, too.
Yeah, I did. My son stole one of the pieces in here, but it won't. There's plenty in there, so
yeah,
I think we'll be okay.
That means that Daryl and I get a freebie.
That's what I'm saying. All right, here's your theme. Stump a Truck Nerd brought to you by
Team Atticus. 1-year-old Atticus was recently diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma throughout his little body. He's going to fight, and you can help. We were almost done paying for Atticus's delivery when we started taking him to the doctor in October. He had not been himself, and the doctors had no answers. On October 30th, Atticus was diagnosed and shortly after started treatment. At the time of this writing, we have absolutely no idea what the bills for months of cancer treatment are going to be, or if the treatment schedule will overlap with the birth of our 4th child due early next year. So we're asking you, Tadpoolers, for your help. Please go to crowdrise.com/Team Atticus. That's crowdrise.com/Team Atticus. Anything you're able to donate will help in a very real, very needed way. Again, that's crowdrise.com/Team Atticus.
That sounds like a good cause to me. We get those on this show. I feel bad, man. Kids with cancer. What the age?
That's
not cool, man. Because I know
makes me sad how frequently this.
Yeah. And I know some like 80-year-olds who smoked their entire lives, drank themselves into oblivion, treated everybody like garbage around them, and are as healthy as a truck.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem fair to me.
It's very unfair.
A little baby or a little kid has to go through that. All right. Well, speaking of clean living young men, Daryl's on the line with us. Hi, Daryl.
Yes. Oh.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Yeah, I've noticed something about Daryl lately.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
You want to hear what it is?
Yeah, tell me. I'm curious.
He's a lot more quiet. I think he has new cubicle neighbors.
I think so too.
And I think he's think he's
Jerry from accounting has big ears and meets with the boss every week.
Yep. Either that or Daryl is, house hunting and house buying and house selling. It can wear a dude out, and it may just be that you're a little hammered from all of that. That could be a good guess, is my guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Daryl's hammered?
Yeah, a little hammered Daryl. It's Daryl time. Daryl, why don't we spend some time with you, and let's talk about Star Trek, because that's what we do with you. You're a Star Trek nerd. You come on the show and you answer hard trivia questions about Star Trek. Are you ready?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I want to rewind for a second. What's this
Okay, go ahead.
snot or booger thing? This word that you weren't sure what it meant?
Logie.
Ah, that's not a real word.
Sorry, we had to go backwards.
I think
Marty, we're going back to... Oh, that's really weird.
Tish Cyrus. Oh, sorry. Serious shit. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. There was a jury there.
Wow.
Anyway.
Even backwards, he sounds like Charlie Day.
Yeah, he does,
sounds
right?
a lot like Tom Merritt.
I agree.
Backwards.
A little bit.
That's the wrong thing.
That's Brian saying, not that there's anything wrong with that. Anyway, go back to what? What were you saying? I already forgot.
That word, whatever that word was.
Which word? I forgot.
Booger? No.
Booger.
Snot.
Snot?
What?
Whatever that
Logie.
Tish Cyrus.
Logie, yeah.
Logie.
Jeez.
Right. Logie is a term for
Yes.
being tired or worn out, isn't it?
No.
Yes. Look, feeling.
I've never heard that ever.
Feeling. A little logie. I swear this is the thing. Hold on. Feeling a little logie. Logie. Here it is. Logie. Okay.
Would you maybe say Logey?
IE is what it says. Okay, McManus.
What's it?
What? That's a fair point. All right, McManus feeling a little logie. What?
All right, it is in the Urban Dictionary. How's that?
Okay, I'll take that. What does it say about it?
It says the term used to describe the feeling after being full up from food but continuing to eat. Hold on, there's a little bit more. Sloth-like, sluggish, too full or bloated.
That's it. That's the one. Sloth-like, bloated, too slow, like that. Yeah, I've heard this term before, but not very often. It's kind of rare.
Urban Dictionary.
Now, when you were in high school, you'd hork up logies and spit them in the bathroom or something.
Logies.
Oh, those were logies.
Actually, take that back. Oh, no. L-O-G-Y. Here we go. Logie, adjective. Not able to think or move normally because of being tired, sick, etc.
Oh, yeah, here it is.
That's in Merriam-Webster.
Wow.
Yeah, there's more. Yeah, and Wikipedia's got some stuff too. So there you have it.
I've learned a new word.
Yeah. Well, see, told you. All right, back to the thing here. We're going to ask you a question about Star Trek, and there's just not a damn thing you can do about it. It actually involves a clip, and it's one of our normal questions. Here it is. I'm going to ask you what episode of The Next Generation does this clip-clop come from, and I'm going to play it now. Here you go.
Kesprit, a deeply troubled world. Social, political, military problems that they have yet to resolve. The Kess, while friendly and democratic people, are driven by suspicion, deviousness, and paranoia. It is the opinion of this officer that they are not ready for membership. Now, the matter of our missing officers.
They're still charged with spying, Commander. I have heard nothing here which would alter that.
Then maybe you should consider this. If anything happens to them, Starfleet is going to want a full investigation, which means more starships will be coming to Kesprit, and those ships are going to want answers, which puts your country under a very large and very uncomfortable microscope.
That's Riker, serious Riker man, is what that guy is. All right, so what do you think? Oh, I got to tell you the four options. Sorry. A, man of the people. B, attached. C, the ensigns of command. Or I guess it'd be ensigns of command is how that would be said. Or D, homeward. So man of the people, attached, the ensigns of command, and homeward.
Okay. I think it's ensigns, like, Ensign Roy or whoever it is.
Well, you might be right. I don't know. But before we do that,
The ensigns of command, yes.
let's find out about this.
Are you hungry? Aren't you hungry? What's a foodie?
Is it ensigns of command or ensigns? Because ensigns would be like, you are an ensign to the people.
It's Ensign, like Ensign Crusher.
No. You guys see once it look at all the new stuff we're gonna learn today. Now hold on. Let's pronounce this. Wait, hold on. Okay.
Are you gonna look up the pronunciation on the
I'll probably
YouTube?
be wrong again.
Here, hold on. So Ensign. Ensign. Because Ensign is a dude.
Z.
No, hold on. Ensign or Ensign, doesn't matter. That guy is like dude what got killed in Star Trek. Okay? He's a guy, he's Wesley Crusher. Then there's the other meaning of it where you are like a beacon to like a people. You are an ensign to the people. That's a thing.
I've never heard that.
All right, well hold on.
Neither have I.
I'm gonna pull it up right here. Okay, here's your pronunciation right here. Okay, this is the military one. I want to play. Listen. Okay. Why isn't it playing? Oh, plug-in blocked. Wonderful. Damn it. All right. Hold on. How about this one?
Ensign or Ensign.
Oh, isn't that interesting? Isn't Scott the brilliant light of truth today on the show?
Oh, I bow to your intellect, Mr. Johnson.
Ensign or Ensign? Wow. All right, that just means you've eaten too much Star Trek, Daryl, and that's the only reason that
I'm still never going to ever pronounce it that way.
Neither am I.
Well, you would never do it in the context of like a Star Trek guy or in a military sense ever.
Well, but see, how do you know that there's a difference there? Like, how do you know that one way is pronounced ensign and then the other use of the word? I think that just says that there are two ways of pronouncing ENSIGN.
Yeah, well, that's true, but
no matter what the meaning.
Right, but the meaning, it definitely is a different meaning though. It's like how would you say this? Like Morpheus, okay?
Prove that.
Morpheus when he goes down to Zion down there, right?
Yeah.
Or as I would say, Zion. Okay, just a good point right there made with the word Zion. Z-I-O-N is pronounced two different ways. But he goes down there and he is a ensign to the people. That would be how you would define that. He is a great leader. He is a spiritual leader dude who's got the prophetic path.
So again, going by the dictionary here.
Yeah.
The two definitions are a flag or standard, especially military or naval one, indicating nationality.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is a commissioned officer of the lowest rank in the U.S. Navy Coast Guard, ranking above chief warrant officer and below lieutenant. Also meaning a standard bearer.
Yeah, so it's like a standard bearer. There's the closest to my crappy definition of Morpheus. It's like that.
Right. But I think, from looking at this, I would say it's probably pronounced both ways for both meanings.
So, really?
Because they're both in the same. Yeah, it doesn't give a different pronunciation for. You
could say you're an ensign to the people. Or an ensign to the people.
That's very interesting. The Merriam-Webster, who don't forget, added supposedly, bowed to the whim of the
stupid people, right?
Exactly.
Right.
It does say also ensign, because that's the one that's got the line over the I for a long I.
Mm-hmm.
So it's ensign.
Yeah.
For 1, 2, and 3A.
Yeah.
So a flag, a badge of office, rank, or power, or an infantry officer, what was formerly lowest commission rank. So actually, yeah, I mean, it's saying that it's pronounced both ways for all meanings.
Yeah, it sounds like it's all interchangeable. I probably assigned it. Like the one sounds more highfalutin if it's
that's right. I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Ensign for the people.
Yeah, but if you say Ensign Rowe, get in here, that sounds more like I'd never say Ensign Rowe. Come into my ready room.
With a British accent, I think it might sound okay.
Yeah, it might be all right. All right,
well,
moving on.
Who says you don't learn anything on TMS? I learned something.
I've learned a little something today as well.
How about you people out there? Did you learn something?
I learned this.
Are you hungry?
Aren't you hungry?
What's a foodie?
We got in our possession the following email from Daniel.
It's not an email, it's a mail because you can hold it in your hand.
You're right. A mail from Daniel from Cincinnati. He says kinda. He went to a sweet shop called Schneider's Sweet Shop. That's where this guy ended up after that One Day at a Time show. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
One day at a time.
Hey, Mrs. Romano, I'm selling chocolates now.
That was such a 70s.
Washing machine.
So 70s, that show. He says, enclosed are some of my favorite chocolates from a sweet shop. Almost everything that the store sells is made in the shop. They're known for their ice cream-filled crushed ice balls. but I can't send those along in the mail, so you have to take my word. However, I did get and send along my favorite chocolates from there. They call them meltaways. They are like a truffle with a hard chocolate shell. Now that is not hot. What? Now that is not hot, but I can send these without melting. Oh, I get it.
Yeah, now that it's not hot outside.
Oh, yeah, now that it's not hot. I get it.
Yeah.
Color code for flavors. All should each have 6 total. I did until my son ate one of them, the little bastard.
Which one did he eat?
He ate the gold one.
The light gold or dark gold?
Oh, good question. How is your gold almost
you
yellow?
If you don't have another gold to compare it to, how will you know which gold it is?
The one that's left looks like real gold.
Okay.
I don't know if that's light or dark. It's hard to say.
Huh. Yeah, one of them.
I definitely didn't get a light purple. I got 2 greens.
Is it like an orangey gold or a yellowy gold?
Yellowy gold.
Okay, then he probably took the orangey gold one.
Okay.
That was dark chocolate.
Okay, good, because I don't like dark chocolate.
Yeah.
The greens, they are different, but I don't have a light purple. It says there's a light purple and a dark purple.
Well, there's a red and a purple.
Oh, that's the different. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got that red then. So I have 5 total.
Okay.
You guys have a preference? Doesn't matter to me.
I'd say let's do the milk chocolate.
Let's see. That's
light gold.
Light gold. All right.
Yeah. So whatever gold one you still have left, do that one. And
it has a big M on it.
Yeah.
Like a McDonald's M.
Yeah.
That's weird.
For Schneider's, an M for Schneider's.
Yeah. Right. That's how they.
What?
That's how they do it in Cincinnati. You know, they.
The M is silent.
Yeah. Let's see. Having a hard time getting it open. Ooh. Aromatic. Oh, almost fell. He included a photo of the establishment. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Little town, like old town shop. Looks awesome.
Totally.
Looks great. Still has Halloween
decorations. I bet there's a bell on the door when you walk in.
Mm-hmm.
The door, it rings, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a place I would
Mine
frequent.
is unwrapped and
yeah, I'm ready. I'm going to do it now.
for consume.
Here goes. Oh, see? These are my favorite kind of things because they're basically Milky Ways.
Mm-hmm.
But better.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh,
I would argue that's pretty dark chocolatey on the outside. Maybe I'm telling you the wrong color. I bet I got the darker one then.
I think so, because this is not dark.
Is it Snooky orange or Bronco orange?
It's probably Snooky orange, which means darker. So yeah, I think I got the darker one. And the thing I saw,
I'll eat that too.
Well, the thing I saw Nick eating yesterday looked lighter than this, so I must have. That
Oh,
darker.
really? Okay, well then, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not the package, but the actual chocolate looked darker or lighter.
Sure.
That is
that's
really,
much
really good.
darker.
Damn, that's good. Ooh. So what you guys should do is just go ahead and eat that orange one. At your leisure.
So you ate the dark one and thought it was good?
Yeah, I like it a lot, and I don't like dark chocolate very much. That's great.
Probably the stuff inside helps mellow it out for you.
Yeah, it takes out the bitterness, and it's and whatever. These are homemade. These are obviously like not crap.
Yeah.
And these are the kind of things that would go bad if you didn't eat them, which is a good thing. So I like that a lot.
both of them a lot. I'm eating both now.
Yeah, very. He's not wrong about the truffly bit in the middle.
This is gonna take me all day to eat because it is really rich.
Yeah, like my wizard after getting out of the goblin realm.
That's right.
I made 35 million gold in there. It was amazing, and I had 60 million gold total for the lifetime of the character before I went in there.
So when you were younger,
Yeah.
did you get faked out by baking chocolate? Like, did you find it in the cupboard and said, "Oh, I'm gonna eat some baking chocolate"?
I
Like,
did.
Oh, this is not good.
I did. I hated it. Like cooking. Yeah, that would come in the chips, chocolate chips that were baking chips.
Or a big bar with pips.
We have a great photo of Carter when she was 1.5 or 2 years old, hiding in the dog kennel with a giant block of cooking chocolate. And she's in there just gnawing on it and grinning ear to ear. And I remember at the time, I thought, oh man, Kim's going to be pissed. But nope, she wasn't. She laughed her head off, took a picture. I mean, what are you going to do? It's a little kid. They don't know.
Right.
So to this day, it's hard for me to look at Carter in the face and not see that little dopey kid eating a big block of cooking chocolate. And it was big too, like a big old, about the size of I don't know, like an old, like a Nintendo cartridge from an NES.
Right.
It was like that size. There's a little kid in there hiding in the freaking dog kennel, smiling. She's such a goof. Anyway, All right, Daryl, good job on that, and all of us, really. Birthdays for us to celebrate, we got any?
Oh, we have a double dose of Ferengis today.
Whoa.
Wow. We have Wallace Shawn, who's 71. He played Zek the Grand Nagus.
71? That's inconceivable. Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. All right.
How can this be?
Grandmaster Negus.
You guys are both really good at that.
Wiki, 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 quark.
Wow.
I have a Wallace Shawn as the Nagus, Grand Nagus action figure right there on my wall.
Do you really?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Given to me by a listener at the most recent Nerdtacular.
Oh, that's right. I got something. The same person sent me a Quark figure as well, like a tall, like G.I. Joe style figure. I haven't taken it out of the box.
You know what that person sent me?
What?
Nothing.
Oh. Well, I'll send you my chocolate breath. How about that?
And we have another birthday too.
Ooh, do tell.
Max Grodenchik, the other Ferengi, Rom. He's 62 today.
I don't give a shit.
Well, hey now, Fred Thompson. Slow down, buddy. Oh, that's great. He's how old? 52?
62.
62. Okay.
Wow. So Quark's brother and his boss, basically, were had the same birthday.
That's weird.
There's one unusual looking guy, Max Grodenchik.
Yes. What
Cast
else?
Perfectly for Rom.
What else did he do? Anything else we'd know? Like
he did. What did he do?
What's his name? Max what?
Grodenchik. Yeah.
That's a great name. All right, I'm looking him. Oh man. Wow, that's something to look at. That guy.
Oh, apparently he was in Apollo 13. He was in The Rocketeer. He was in Bruce Almighty.
I just saw The Rocketeer. I didn't recognize him in it. Oh man, are his teeth weird? Or is it
no, it's the Ferengi teeth that he puts in. I saw that photo too. I'm like, oh yeah.
He's got a lot of extra teeth, even normal though. I'm seeing a couple of them where he's just standing there smiling.
Oh really?
There's like 500 teeth in there. Like here, this isn't fake. I don't think. I'll send you the. Here, I'll put it in the chat room.
Okay.
Here you go, folks. Look at that.
Oh wow.
That's a lot of. I think he has extra teeth.
I think he has extra teeth. Yeah, it's like Kirsten Dunst.
Wow. Wow. All right. Anyway, I don't know why I'm so transfixed by this guy. He's an ugly man. All right, Daryl, what are we doing? Oh yeah, this question. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to center here. We got this chance for you to blow our minds really, with your knowledge and your remembrance of that episode we played that clip from. I'll remind you again. Your possible answers are Man of the People, Attached, the Ensigns of Command, or Homeward. Ward.
I don't remember this one very well. Huh. What was the name of the episode?
Well, that's the names.
That's what we're asking.
That's what we're asking.
Oh yeah, that's the name of the That's the question. Well, what was the question? That was so long
We played
ago
the
now.
audio clip.
Yeah, the audio
it was
clip.
Riker talking about.
Oh yeah, it was Riker talking.
He was talking about the Kesprits, the Kesp people from
the
planet Kesprit.
And they were going to join.
Which featured the two factions, the Kess and the Prit.
Yeah, the Prits.
Yeah.
They had like the sharks and the
right.
And the what was the other one? Sharks
Jets.
and jets. There you go.
When you're a jet, you're a jet all the way from your first cigarette till your last dying day.
Wow, the Jets are really dedicated. The Jets I knew growing up were there. I got a crush on you. That's the one.
Right.
They were locals, you know. They were.
How would you know?
Yeah, because they're from West Valley. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying.
So who are the Jets that Benny sings about?
He sings about Benny and the Jets, and
he
was
New York Jets.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Oh,
it was
it
the
is?
football team.
No.
No, really?
No.
Okay.
Benny and the New York Jets. Remember? That's how it went. Because Benny and the Cincinnati Bengals didn't roll off the tongue as easily.
Exactly.
So.
There was a commercial for a while where they changed the lyrics to Vinny and the Jets when Vinny Testaverde was.
Right, because they're huge football fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Elton John loves the New York Jets.
You mean my mom at 73? Anyway. All right, Daryl, what do you say? What do you think?
Okay. Shoot. Oh, should I do Henry? What? No. Let's see. Man of the People. Oh no, we can't do it. Ensigns. Forget that. I'm scratching that out because that was just too much learning in one day.
All right.
or ensigns, whatever it is. Homeward.
Ensigns.
Ensigns. The third way to
That's
say
how it's
it.
pronounced.
Ensigns.
Hey, somebody buzzed my phone.
Ensigns.
It was Maverick. And you told him not to do that. That's going to make about 4 people laugh. Like, they'll hear what I just said, made that Top Gun reference. And like
the Maverick thing?
Yeah, like 4 people will go, oh, yeah. And
you know who my wife was?
Permission to buzz Daryl?
Permission denied, Maverick. Permission denied. Sorry, what? Go
My
ahead.
wife was dressed as Goose for Halloween.
Oh, no way.
Really?
Did she eject and hit her head, or what was the deal there? Well, that ends badly. What am I saying? I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
But I forgot it didn't make... in my head...
Could she be your wing woman anytime?
Your wing woman. Wing woman. What's
Wing
her
woman.
What's her power? Give me your power.
She can fly, obviously. Excelsior! I thought it was a parrot, you silly person.
That's awesome. By the way, I
this
found,
is going on for way too long.
See, sorry, go
The
ahead.
show's going to be over in a few minutes. I better just pick something.
All right.
I'm going to say B. Just
B,
because,
attached.
For no reason.
All right, well, let's find out if you're right. Is it B?
Congratulations. You're a winner.
Impressive guess, if you did indeed guess. Attached
Yes, it
is
was a
the
guess.
episode. The Kesperate have applied to be in the Federation, but were declined because of a warring going on between the two factions. I think he could have said the war going on between the two factions. The Kes and the Prit, I'm not making this up. It's like Scott's body at war with itself, and the factions were the John and the Sun. I don't get it. Or Brian and the Ibit and the Ot. Or Ib and the Ot were the factions.
Yes, the two warring factions of the Ibs and the Ots.
Yeah, and then he goes on to write an entire novel. I'm not going to read the whole thing. There you go. Way to go. Big Jimmy did it again. Well, that's your new nickname, Big Jimmy. You've accomplished what you came here to do. He's the Trek Nerd on Twitter. This Week in Trek at thisweekintrek.com is where you can find him. And on the Grumpy Cast. He is now going to force us to play a game that we don't know about yet. So what is it?
And now you know. It is Star Trek background character or actual cat breed.
All right. Here's your theme right here. Hold on. Here you go.
Can you call me back?
All right, go.
J.
J-Cat or J background character named J.
J-A-Y?
J-A-E.
Oh.
J-A-E.
There's a comic book artist named Jay. Is it Jay
Jay
White?
Lee.
Jay Lee.
Right?
Yeah, I love Jay Lee. Oh man, did the Dark Tower
well,
comics really good.
If it was J-A-Y, I would have said background character, right? Lieutenant J or Ensign J or Ensign.
Ensign J. Yeah.
But J-A-E makes me feel like it would be a cat thing.
Yeah, like. Yes, the very rare J-Cat found in East Africa, and only 300 are left in the world. Like that's a conversation I could hear.
Mm-hmm.
I think I agree. Let's say cat.
We're gonna say cat.
Okay, now don't hang up yet, because this is an interesting thing.
All right.
She manned various positions on the bridge, engineering, and transporter room as a lieutenant junior grade, and was in 62 TNG episodes and 3 movies.
Whoa!
Oh, wow!
Wow! Just as as background characters, I guess.
Yep.
But was she always this person named Jay?
Yeah, Lieutenant J.
And she was, so even in the movie, she was credited as such.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I've never even heard of this person. Well, good for Jay.
Been in a lot of Trek.
Well, may she ever be Trek-worthy. Is she still alive? Still with us?
Yep, still around.
All right. Well, next time you look, you might see Jay. Bye, Daryl. Day.
Bye, Day.
Bye, Day. What the hell's wrong with me? All right, it's the news.
Television highlights of the news of yesteryear.
Join us for the news that are brought to you by...
Drink your Romulan ale out of the pint glasses on the Frog Pants store. Scott, tell us more about these pint glasses.
Well, they're up there. John Kovalik of Dork Tower and Munchkin fame and I both did these separate glasses. They are Star Wars themed. Mine is a Trooper Ale. His is a Admiral Akbar Ale, but it's also called now I forget the line. Instead of it's a trap, it's a Tappist. Tappist? Trappist.
Trappist.
Thank
yes.
you. I don't know beer and things, so I'm not good at this stuff. But I can tell you that we put a lot of work into it and are very happy with them. And they're still up there, and we're selling a bunch. And if you would like to get in on it before they are ever gone, now is your time. You can get them as a set or individually. There are also print versions of the art there as well. Go to frogpants.com/store. Some dork put a glow stick in a microwave, and obvious things happen. I'm going to play you the video. Okay? Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm going to play this. You're going to hear it. It's going to give you a good idea. Now, the video, I mean, the visual is better, obviously, than the audio. But sure. And I recommend watching it because the exploding green goo is really something to see. But this kid, his dad's somewhere in the room or in the house, and then the fun happens. Here you go. Listen to this. Sets up a camera, goes to the microwave, breaks the stick.
Shakes it.
Yeah, shakes it up. This is a common rave stick, pretty thick one. You know, I'd say it's probably like a marker thickness. It's the kind you take to a rave, because you know I'm all into that. I'm into the raves.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to skip ahead a little where he's microwaved it. It's very brightly green. He pulls it out, holding it now.
Oh, geez. So he's microwaved already. Now he's holding it.
Yep, he's holding it. I skipped ahead a bit, but now he's holding it in front of him. Camera's facing his chest, and he's about to shake it a little. And here's where the fun happens.
Oh God.
Here we go. Okay.
Oh my God.
God damn it, Jack.
No, the dad. Okay, now this is the part. This is where it wins for me, because the conversation between the dad and him here, and I don't think there's anything else. They're not too safe for work here, but it's very funny. So here you go.
Come here. I have no clue what to do with this. Did it help me in my eyes? I gotta see what to do, ding-a-ling. God, I told you not to mess with it. Choking hazard. I don't know what to do if it's in your eyes. God!
Yeah.
Don't rub them.
Hang in there. He's calling poison control.
Oh my God.
Where's the stuff on this, Jack? God, don't microwave it, Jack. Do you have another one of these tubes? No. Not to mention, it's all over your awesome shirt.
That's the best part. Now, before people get too upset that we're making fun of somebody who's had a terrible accident, this is the kind of glow stick that is totally harmless and is not toxic, and he's fine. Even if it gets in your eyes, even if you swallow it, there's no big deal. Yeah, don't do,
God, the shot of him like shaking it and then it going all over his shirt, the poof, it's like, oh, because I imagine that stuff is not only stings from the fact that it's a chemical in your eyes, but it's also got to be like lava hot.
Yeah, it's super hot. That would be the part that would get me. You know what it reminded me of is like a movie where aliens get shot, and instead of real blood, it's like green or some other kind of colored blood. That's what that looked like to me. Just really gross. Anyway, don't do that. If we've learned anything from this first story, it is don't do that. That's a thing you shouldn't do, kids. If you're going to do it, look, if I am not opposed to putting weird things in microwaves, okay? But I am going to be safe about it. Like, put it in there, see what happens. If it doesn't explode in there, don't reach in, grab it, and shake it in front of the camera. You're a giant idiot. Or as his dad would say, a ding-a-ling with a really awesome shirt. Yeah.
Ruined his awesome shirt.
It was the best part of that.
And you ruined your awesome shirt.
Yeah. What a cool dad. Somebody on the on YouTube comments says that he's an abusive father and he should be reported for saying those things.
Really?
Like, what? Really?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I think the dad was totally in the right. Like,
I think he went a little light, if you ask me.
Exactly.
That's not abuse. That's, hey, you know what? If we are starting to live in a place where people think that's abusive, we've swung too far the other way. I am anti-abuse in every possible way. That, ladies and gentlemen, is not abuse. I mean, you've got to be kidding me. But that's what they're saying. Well, what am I saying? I'm giving credence to YouTube comments. Forget I said anything. Forget they exist. They're not there anymore. By the way, I had turned comments off on, what was the site I turned it off on? I already forgot. Crap. Oh, the instant site. I had to turn them off because too much spam. I can't deal with it anymore. And I've got all the spam filters going. It doesn't matter. It's not catching it. It's just filling up. It's like, that's it. I'm done. Twitter, Facebook, that kind of stuff. That's how we'll talk. Okay? Oh, right.
And by the way,
yeah.
Cable Man, you know, one of our Tadpooligans, Cable Man is like, yeah, this you know sounds pretty horrible. I can't believe you guys are laughing. I think the fact that we know everything's okay. They wouldn't have posted this online if there was something, you know, some serious.
No, there's a huge part of it that talks about how the kid's fine. It's
exactly,
yeah, he's
exactly.
All right.
We're laughing because we know everything came out okay, and
lesson
just
learned.
The reactions of things like ding-a-ling and your awesome shirt when they come out in the heat of the moment of some point like this.
Yeah. To me,
comes across as very funny.
Yeah, to me, this is the equivalent of the night when Nick put his elbow down on the table and launched a bowl of ravioli all over the table and the floor and even on the ceiling in some cases. Like this one night, just went bonk, hit this bowl and just went just everywhere. That's not a terrible thing that happened. That's a thing you laugh off and clean up and everyone moves on. It's like that's all this was. It seems worse than it was because he microwaved a glow stick and we didn't understand how toxic those are, but it's not. He's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So don't give us any guff. Let's see. Eleanor Cunningham. If that doesn't sound like a name of somebody who's 100 years old, I don't know what does.
Eleanor Cunningham.
Why, I used to date her back in 23.
I hope they call her Mrs. C.
Well, we did. She was offended by it.
What kind of things would you guys do on your dates?
Well, I picked her up about 4:30 because her father wouldn't let us go out after dark. And when I took her to the picture show, we saw a silent film. You kids with your movies with sound in it. You ungrateful pieces of shit. What was I talking about? Oh, Eleanor.
How much were the movies when you take Eleanor out?
Why, it was 2 bits. Are you familiar with that denomination, Brian?
I am, yes. It's 25 cents, isn't it?
Yeah. Today, I couldn't buy a used condom for that much money.
By the way, that may have been a hint of something I'm working on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm not going to say what yet. But
a used condom?
No, just that little reenactment.
How much to sell a used condom for?
Yeah, I'm working on a little used condom business. I figure I need to corner the market now while there's still time. Right. There's still a chance.
Special Patreon level, people. Wow, I can't wait to hear about that, Johnson, you've just pulled.
Well, I have some ideas. So here we go. Eleanor Cunningham. Eleanor Cunningham
picks up the rice in the church where Fonzie has been. Is it a sin?
That's funny. Oh, that's a great reference. She had her 100th birthday, and she decided to celebrate by skydiving. Good Lord. Former President George H.W. Bush celebrated his 90th birthday by skydiving, but Eleanor Cunningham of Howes Cave, New York. Howes Cave. That's a weird name for a thing. Is that it's not a borough. What is that? Must be a neighborhood or something.
I guess. Howes Cave, New York.
That's weird. She made the big leap to mark her centennial. She kissed her 7-month-old great-great-granddaughter before suiting up for her 100th birthday jump Saturday at Saratoga Skydiving in Gansvoort. Where is that? Is that New York also?
Yeah, upstate New York, maybe? Okay. Saratoga?
Must be.
It says Saratoga here. So
we have a Saratoga near us, but I doubt it's here. Anyway, it was her 3rd jump after taking up the sport at age 90. So she's done this 3 times.
Wow.
I think 3 times in a decade isn't necessarily taking up a sport, but whatever. It's not quite how I'd put it. That's a
funny point, yeah.
I just
her
say
3rd jump after she took the sport up 10 years ago.
10 years ago. 3 times. It's a hell of a sport. Cunningham lives with her granddaughter and their Sorchik Skorhari.
I love this. I love that Huffington Post has put all these audio. It's like they know you're going to read this.
Yeah, Skohari.
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 Yeah, they're putting in phonetics to help me.
Mm-hmm.
Country home in central New York. Oh, there's where it is. Her doctor signed off on the skydiving, saying her health makes her more than capable of doing what she loves. So good for her, dude.
Doing what she's loved twice before.
Yep, 2 other times since she took up the sport. She's an avid sportsman 3 times.
I think I'd like to do skydiving.
One day I will. I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, I've done indoor skydiving, and I'd like to. I think it'll just be tandem jumps, but I don't think I've got the money or the time to do all the training that it would take to do solo jumps.
Well,
but
that stuff, yeah. But the
surprise
tandem thing, yeah.
It'll surprise no one that I'd like to do a jump over a tandem jump over Las Vegas. I think that would be a really cool city to kind of float down over.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But you'd want to do it kind of at night or dusk or something.
Dusk would be perfect.
Otherwise, you see what a giant butthole it is in the bright daylight.
It's like, focus on the strip. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right.
I wonder if it's uncomfortable at all, because when you do the tandem jump, some guy's got his, he's pushing his pelvis on your bum the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. HelloFresh.com sponsoring today's program. Every week, their chefs make delicious recipes, and they're really good, you guys. And go check them out right now at HelloFresh.com. See what's happening this week. They'll send you those farm fresh ingredients, 30 minutes or less. You know the drill. You got your food. You're done. Good food, too. Stuff that'll impress your lady friend or your man friend or your husband or your wife or your kids or your whatever. Your friend. Just your friend. Visit HelloFresh.com and order now. If you're a first-time customer, you'll get 50% off if you use the code MORNINGSTREAM. That's HelloFresh.com. Do it today.
If communists have attempted to inject their propaganda into the motion picture, they have failed miserably.
It's Celebrity Poop, brought to you by
Flasks.
Oh, yeah.
Scott, tell us more.
All right, flasks. We also have those on the store. These are rad and super cool. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, these are these leather-bound flasks that you can put your hooch in, or something innocuous if you want to, if you're not a big drinker like me. They're there and they're available, and you can get them now, like a TMS flask, for example. They're super cool. Frogpants.com/store for more.
So these are by the same guy who did the ones for us at
Yep.
Interstellar. Those are fantastic.
Aren't they cool?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, we got free ones because he was so cool, and then we thought, you know what, people might like these, and people at the event were like, hey, I might like those. How do I get one? And you can order one. So, for example, here's the Obey Henry flask. And it is by Joe Gates is his name. I meant to mention his name.
Oh, yeah.
You can learn more about him at gatesofimagination.com, which is a great domain.
That is a great name for a site. Well done.
Super cool. Very cool stuff. There's also a Morning Stream coffee sleeve. And again, made by him as well. A leather coffee sleeve.
Oh, that's cool. So you can reuse them. You're saving the environment because you don't have to keep using those ones that Starbucks provides.
Yeah, handmade, by the way. I want to make that real clear. Handmade leather carved stuff, not just some manufactured thing. These are all like hand done, and they're super, super cool.
It's frogpants.com/store?
Correct. You are correct. I put a link in this tadpole if you guys want to look at that. It's pretty neat. Anyway, Jennifer Lawrence.
Right now.
How do we shorten J? Is it J-Law? Is that what we call her?
J-Law, yes.
Earlier, I think I called her Jen Lo, I think I called her.
Jen Lo?
I didn't mean that, yeah. I meant Jennifer. I meant J-Law. That's what I meant. She says she will never join Twitter or any social media because the internet has scorned me so much, she says.
Wow. Because of the whole...
that and other things, I guess.
Nudie-gate.
Nudie-gate, plus I think just people treat people bad. Like, it's not... The other day I was noticing this. Like, even like moderate, middle of the road, let's say you got 800,000 followers, you're kind of a smaller piece of the Hollywood pie or something, or you're a YouTuber or something. I look at those people's reply timelines. Mm-hmm. There are genuinely scary, weird, crappy things being said constantly to them.
Yeah.
Like all the time. I didn't relate to that very well because this doesn't happen for me. My numbers are paltry compared, but it's still decently big. And you guys are all super nice, like all the time nice and normal and kind of mature and have interesting, varied lives and stuff. And all I see in their timelines are like the worst things, creepy things and mean things. And just
I follow Rebecca Mader.
Yeah,
she was on Lost. She was the Constant.
Oh, right, yeah.
The British redhead. Mm-hmm. She's on Once Upon a Time now, and I follow her because of some connection to the Lost Twitter account, which still tweets cool things.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
The stuff that she gets on her feed that she retweets, I can't imagine the stuff that she gets that she doesn't retweet. But there's like people's drawn pictures of her with hearts all over them. These like collages that look like they've taken weeks
to
create.
Hmm.
It's Yeah, there's some definite fandom and stuff going on there that
Well, I'm
a little scary.
Yeah, the things people say. I mean, it's freaky. And you just realize, oh, geez. So I don't really blame her. But anyway, she says this: I will never get on Twitter. I'm not very good on phone or technology. Anyway, I cannot really keep up with emails, so the idea of Twitter is unthinkable to me. That's the other reason. She's not really interested in that.
I like her line. I'm not very good on phone or technology.
Yeah, on phone or technology. I am good on being in movie. Now leave me be. I saw a trailer for her for the Mockingjay Part 1 there yesterday for the movie we saw. Oh, I saw Interstellar. Haven't I told you?
Yeah, I saw your tweets. I was going to ask you if you saw that. Holy cow.
I really, really liked it. And once again, here's why I liked it. I liked it for the same reason I really like Snowpiercer. They're very different movies, but I liked it because I am seeing stuff that no one's shown me before. And when that happens, I am eternally grateful to be a movie fan because you tire of seeing the same storylines just repackaged. You get tired of the same tropes, the same ideas, the same character types. Once in a while, somebody comes along and goes, "Hey, how about this piece of newness?" And that's what I felt like I got there.
Cool.
Very weird. Very cool. Very cool.
I'm bummed that because this is one of the movies that Tina definitely wants to see, so I can't go see it while I'm out in California. I'm sure I'm gonna have a bunch of time to go out and do something myself, although I won't have a car. But
Tina reminds me a lot of Kim, and Kim loved it. I'll bet Tina loves it.
I'm sure she's going to, yeah.
It's long. It's like 3 hours, but didn't feel long. And man, some cameos in there that you don't expect, like big ones that they don't talk about or even are in the credits at the first.
Oh, cool.
And it's just, I don't even know what to say about it. It's just, there are going to be things that people could pick apart about it because, it's sci-fi and whatever.
Sure.
But they're tackling concepts that as a kid I used to just stew on for days, like questions about space and time and relativity and that kind of stuff. That stuff is so cool, and they just show it in a way that you've not seen this way before, and there's a lot of heart and humanity in it. I just thought it was freaking rad. So you should see it. It's great.
That's cool. Can't wait. Is the theme song, does it begin, "It's been a long road"?
Yeah, totally from that. And then it shows like all these old spaceships working up to the new one.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm expecting.
Yeah, and then the first line of the movie is, "Whoa." No, not whoa. I did it again. That's Joey Lawrence. What is he saying? Quantum Leap?
Oh boy.
Oh boy, there you go. I always do that.
What is he thinking? What's he confusing?
I always do that. Gosh dang it. Robin Williams in the news again. Found out some sources have contacted the actor's family and say that he had a condition called Lewy body dementia. This is a kind of sort of precursor, or is the most, I guess it's the most common type of progressive dementia after Alzheimer's. So there's Alzheimer's, and then this is the kind of the next big one. They're not the same, but they kind of have the same effect. Anyway, Robin Williams was diagnosed as having Lewy body dementia. It is a progressive decline in mental abilities as well as visual hallucinations, which generally take the form of objects, people, and animals that literally are not there. The disease affects an estimated 1.3 million people in these states united. This according to the Lewy Body Dementia Association. And he had it, and that may have been yet another contributing factor to his suicide. So that's two things now. He had early Parkinson's, and he had that kicking in.
Weird.
Yeah, I feel like as human beings...
I've never heard of that before.
I'm going to say something controversial here, but...
Okay.
I don't know how this is going to be taken by people. Well, you know what? It's in keeping with my overall feeling about people in general, which is you should have control over your own self. And if you are a guy who's got all this stuff looming and you make the decision to check out of this life, I think that's your choice. I don't think that's... I know it affects other people. I know it has a huge impact on family and friends, and I understand that. I know it's considered by many people to be a very selfish thing, and maybe it is, but I still feel strongly that it was his choice to make. And I can't stand in judgment of that, especially given these factors. I just don't.
No, and there was a woman just recently who took that option, and killed herself recently. She was diagnosed with something, and I can't remember where she was, but
yeah, she was a big proponent of end of life choice or something, and she had a bad I know what you're talking about. I forgot her name, but yeah, similar deal. Like whoever, like if you're 80 and you got 10 kinds of cancer and you decide you want to go, who am I to say you shouldn't?
Yeah.
But if you're 20, it seems more tragic because you got this whole life ahead of you, and maybe your reasons are, whatever. But I can't be in people's heads, so I don't know where they're at. So who am I to say they should or shouldn't do whatever?
Right.
I don't know. It's a hard topic. In other sad news, Wolowitz's mom has died.
Yeah, I put this in there. I wasn't sure if you'd heard about this.
I had not. This is news to me. She's known for playing Wolowitz's mother on The Big Bang Theory. She's the one that yells all the time, right?
Mm-hmm. Howard!
Yeah, she's the one. I wonder what they'll do, because she died of cancer at age 62. Do you think they roll it into the show? Or do they just...
Tina and I were talking about that, because, it's a voice that they probably could find somebody else to do, but would that be disrespectful to Carol Ann Susie to say, well, we'll just throw another actress in there to do the voice. I predict that they do, tomorrow night will be the next episode. They'll do a blackout dedication thing at the end of the episode to say dedicated to our friend and colleague. And then on a future episode, they will probably have her move away or something, or on a very special Big Bang Theory, maybe they'll write it into the show.
Well, she's I'm just looking it up here. She's been on Seinfeld. She's been on a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I don't remember who she was on Seinfeld.
I don't either. I'm trying to see if I can get it to come up. Seinfeld. Oh, here we go. She was dating George.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep,
Totally remember her.
Yep. In the car. She was funny. She's like... if I remember, she was super like Brooklyn accent, like
yes, right.
George just annoyed the hell out of her. And there's some hints. They have some pictures of Wolowitz standing by some photos on the wall, and you can see pictures of her when she was younger, but like as his parent. So it was like a hint that that's who that was. Huh.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's
wow.
Some cursory Google imagery there. Anyway, she was only 62. That's too young, and that sucks. Freaking cancer. Cancer can just go suck it.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Oh, she was in The Secret of My Success. She was Bradley Whitford, Michael J. Fox's character's receptionist.
Wait, he was called Bradley Whitford in that movie?
Yeah, or Bradley, not Bradley Whitford. I'm confusing him with the actor.
Wing. Yeah.
Bradley.
That's a crazy coincidence.
Oh, shoot. It's going to drive me nuts now.
I don't know.
I got to look it up because it's going to drive me nuts. Bradley something.
Well, stew on that while I read this. Tweakedaudio.com is sponsoring today's program, designed to sound great with music and talk and whatever you put in there. Audio books, old tapes from your childhood like I've been doing, whatever. Noise reduction is always at the forefront. So is durability. So is a lifetime warranty. Go to tweakedaudio.com, check out their wares, and use the code STREAM at checkout for 33% off your purchase. That's tweakedaudio.com and the code STREAM.
Okay, he was going under, or not, he was pretending to be another person, right?
Mm-hmm.
So his two names in the movie were Brantley Foster and Carlton Whitfield.
Oh,
so I was combining. I was going Brantley Whitfield basically.
Nice. Well, I can't blame you. That sounded like an easy thing to mix up.
Yeah.
Ensign. What's the difference?
What's the difference?
So let's get to some music before we go. We're going to see Nicole today. We're going to see Tom today, but there's always music in between, and Brian has it.
I have it. This one's going out to Wendy, not your sister Wendy, but another Wendy.
All right.
Wendy with a Y this time. She says, it's my daughter Aubrey's 14th birthday on the 11th, so any time around then would be great. She loves listening to all the Frog Pants shows with me, and it would make her day to hear you guys say happy birthday. Thanks. Love the froyo. Wendy from the nation's wang.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Aubrey.
Yay.
And shame on your mom for letting you listen to this when you're only 14.
This jibber
What's
jab.
she thinking?
I know, right? Gosh, some parents.
So she loves video games. Zelda is her favorite. And so I thought it'd be a good idea to trot one of these out. Now, there was this cool project, still around. I'm saying it like it's gone. It's called Zelda Reorchestrated. And you can find it by going to the website ZREO, like Zelda Rio Orchestrated.
Got it.
There'll be a link over there at coverville.com/TMS later today. You can download reorchestrated versions of soundtracks to all of the Zelda games for free.
Yeah, they're all up there. They're really good. I have the whole thing in my iTunes now. It's so good.
It's great stuff. And boy, when you're playing, when you're playing a video game and if it doesn't have a really good soundtrack, you throw this on in the background and all of a sudden it has a kick-ass soundtrack.
Yep.
This is the title demo from Majora's Mask. It had a nice feel to it, nice vibe from 2009. Here is Zelda Reorchestrated.
Game's out again on 3DS.
That's right. That's the one that they're the new one that they're re-releasing.
They're doing a redo of it, making it all 3D and pretty awesome. So watch for that. All right, here it is. It's the title demo, track number 1 from Majora's Mask. We'll be back in a minute.
Cosby. In a house full of children, guess who's the biggest kid of all?
It's mine, mine, mine.
It's a juicy holiday treat. And on Family Ties, is it a case of mistaken identity?
Oh, what?
Or is Alex really an adopted son?
Whoa. Let's all be there Thursday.
I suggest you get yourself a pen.
The Morning Stream. Shut up, baby, I know it.
And we're back. I don't know why that Cosby commercial was so quiet. I gotta fix that in post. Weird.
That's great, though.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I've tried to find another one because I know you like those. This week, for some reason, the Drummonds have all got AIDS. What's going on?
That's right.
It's great. That's maybe not the best thing, but so let's.
Arnold discovers a crazy mole. Should he have it checked out?
Find out on Thursday. What you talking about, Willis? That's so stupid. The things we used to buy into, it just kills me. All right, What are we doing here? We're gonna call Nicole now.
Okay.
I haven't heard from her, but I think she's around. I think
she's around.
Chat.
She's in the chat room.
Tadpole, right? Yeah. Was there a theme this week that I missed, or did we remember it? I don't remember.
Oh shoot!
I don't remember. Was there?
Yes, there was.
Oh no!
That's all right.
Well, we'll figure it out. I mean, I'm sure I can wing it because I often wing things. Nicole Spagnolo, are you there?
I'm here.
Hi, how are you?
I'm glad you started late because I was running late myself.
Oh, good. Yeah, we've been running late ourselves because we yap too much. It was really great seeing you over the weekend, by the way.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, you like my new office?
Look at that. Fancy.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's a little too bright on
I
the
don't
back.
see a little creepy guy out your window this time, like last time. Remember that?
It's got the blinds
Yes, I
closed,
do.
so she can't see him.
That was weird.
So, more importantly, he can't see in.
Right. That was really weird. Anyway, hey, it was fun to see you guys. I feel like things like BlizzCon and other events are always better because the Spags are in them, and it was just so nice to have you around.
I had a blast, and ice cream socials all around.
The best.
I missed it. I was somewhere. I don't know where I was.
Missed them already.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so good.
They were good.
Yeah, we're talking about ice cream already. I had a blast. I think that was probably the best BlizzCon I've ever been to.
Oh, no question in my mind. Yeah. It totally nailed it on all sides for me, and just had all the excitement that you would want from one, all the great announcements. But then I don't know, there was something about the feel of it was something was special there. I don't know. Couldn't figure out this time why, but it was there and it felt great. And it when things like that happen, I immediately wonder, well, what's next year supposed to be like, and will they even do one in 2015? And I actually kind of think they might not.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
Don't work there.
They do breaks occasionally, and this might be one of them, and who knows. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to talk to Nicole about movies.
BlizzCon. Yeah,
movies. Do we have a theme? I don't remember now.
Yes, you guys, thank you so much for filling in for me last week. I had an unexpected breakfast. Well, my dad was in from out of town, and he's like, "Hey, you want to go to breakfast?" I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, you gotta go. I mean, yes, do that. Yeah. Don't come here when that comes up.
Unexpected breakfast is my Meatloaf cover band.
Unexpected diarrhea is your later Meatloaf cover band. Well, that's good. That's what you should have been doing.
Me, and you picked. I put a straw poll out there to pick this week's theme, and it was Steve Buscemi. Is that right? Buscemi?
Yeah, Buscemi.
Buscemi is how I say it, but I don't even know if that's right.
He's the ugliest man on earth. That's what we know.
But holy crap, is he talented?
Mm-hmm.
And
oh yeah.
I started looking into his library of work, and wow, he's just done a range of stuff. Have you looked into his acting history?
Oh, he's been in everything. He says things like this.
They're not going to care. They don't care. What? They're going to care?
He says things like that, which is great. No, he's been in like nearly every movie ever made, it feels like sometimes.
Yeah. Well, and my recommendal last week was Reservoir Dogs, which has Steve Buscemi.
You could just reuse that one if you want.
I totally reuse that one.
He was Mr.
Maybe
Pink.
I'll reuse it. Oh.
Was he Mr. Pink? Mr. Pink.
He was Mr.
Yes.
Pink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was complaining about, why do I have to be Mr. Pink?
Yeah.
You can't change colors.
He's an odd dude, and I like it. I like when he's in really quirky sort of independent things, and I also like it when he's in mainstream stuff like Armageddon or, name the big movie he's in. Sure, yeah. Con Air. Oh, he's great in Con Air.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So as I was doing my research on him, I don't know if you remember this TV show, but it was in the 80s, and it was around the same time when Freddy Krueger's Nightmares came out. You had Friday the 13th, the TV show.
Oh, right. Yeah, they were all trying to get in that the Tales from the Crypt action is what they were all trying to do.
Yeah. Basically the not episodic, but short stories, 2 or 3 per episode kind of thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I loved watching all of these. One of, I think, probably, I don't know if you watched it, but it was called Monsters. Did you watch Monsters?
Keep explaining because it's ringing a bell, but I might be thinking of the
cartoon. It's very similar format. Twisted stories, very short, 20 some odd minutes. There was one that just stuck in my head. It has two, so there's a group of campers walking along, and there's an old woman and old man sitting on the porch, and they invite them in, and then the guys are all jerks, and the girl's like, "Oh, it's okay," and she comes back. Long story short, they boil her alive and eat her.
Jeez Louise.
But the way the story is told is very interesting because they call them their children, and it's just very
very kid friendly fare than
not
this
at
episode.
all.
Sure. Okay, great.
But it's not gory. It's not anything like that. There's another one where a woman's trying to lose weight, and she puts on a pair of glasses, and the food comes alive, and she puts on an earpiece, and she can hear them, and so she doesn't want to eat them, and she ends up sewing her mouth shut.
Oh my gosh.
That was just these are very.
You know what it sounds like? Sounds like Clive Barker meets the Twilight Zone, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my point in all of this, The movie or the series, you can find them on YouTube. In fact, Steve Buscemi was in one of them. He's in an episode called Bed and Bore, and you can find. I'll link to it in the chat room. But he's not the only famous person to have appeared on this TV show. You also have Tony Shalhoub. Let's see, David Spade was in one. Gina Gershon. So
is it
I
Shalhoub or Shaloub? How does that one get say?
Shalhoub is what I say.
All right.
Shaloub?
You said Shaloub, and I kind of like it better, but I don't know which one to go with. Yeah.
Shalhoub. I think that's it, isn't it? Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah, she said Shaloub though, like chalupa.
Shaloub.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like a chalupa. I like it though. This is what we like about the call.
What is it? How do you pronounce it?
Shaloub, like a
Shaloub.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I
You
said.
said you said Chaloub.
Chaloub.
Well, you know. Hey,
That's all right though.
I've deemed him Tony Shalhoub.
It's your I knight thee, Tony Chaloub.
Yeah.
Nice. Anyway, well because none of these people were big yet, right? This was kind of early stuff for them.
Yeah. So, exactly. So it's really neat to see some of these very famous actors in some of these smaller parts. And I would encourage, if you've ever had a chance to see the TV show Monsters, I've watched them before. They're campy, and I think that's why they're timeless. They're very campy, so you can watch them again nowadays, and I think they're great. So I wanted to at least bring that up if you've never seen that. So I put the link in the chat room of the Steve Buscemi episode.
I like that crap. I'm totally gonna go watch it.
Yeah. It's quick. It's 20 some odd minutes. It's a quick watch. So
yeah, what are those? They're called anthology series, right? Isn't that what we call those? Where they're
an anthology series. Yeah, I think that sounds right.
I think that's right. Yeah. Where it's multiple stories told from they're not all tied together, or they could be, I guess. Or I don't know.
No, I don't think they're tied. They're Tales from the Crypt type stories.
All right. Fair enough.
So, but the incomplete series, someone threw it up on YouTube. So there it is.
Here's your series, and Buscemi's in it.
So I think that's turned into my recommendal is to check out the Monster series on YouTube, and namely the Steve Buscemi one. But I think they're fun.
Yeah,
I love them.
That's awesome. Well,
yeah.
I've definitely got Buscemi on the mind here. My recommendation this week would be to watch Boardwalk Empire on Amazon Prime.
Ooh,
where he's quite literally the star of it. And
Right.
I'm only 2 episodes in, and I'm already loving it. David Minter, is it? Wait, what's the guy's name? David Miner? Anyway, Terrence. Crap. Anyway, he used to be a big-time writer and once in a while director on The Sopranos. He was one of those dudes who, when that show ended, they split off. And what's-his-name went on to do Mad Men, and then this guy, Terrence, what's-his-name, went on to do this show. They have a
Matthew Weiner was the...
Is it Weiner or Weiner? Is it Weiner or Weiner?
Oh, maybe it's Weiner.
Well, I wouldn't want to be Weiner.
Neither one is a good, right?
No, either one's bad. It's like, Weiner, hear me. And then part of me says, Weiner is funny, and then no, he can't get out unscathed. Anyway, but this Terrence, whatever it is, he made it, and Buscemi was in
Terrence
this.
Winter.
Terrence Winter, that's it. Terrence Winter is coming is what they should have said before that show started. So he gets out and he decides, hey, I'm going to make a show about the era of when alcohol was banned in this country and what that was like and the mobster activity that grew up around it. And they focused in on this character that Buscemi plays, and I've only seen 2 episodes because it's never a show I was able to catch up on. And I'm already can tell I love it. I love this kind of stuff anyway. I love the era that it's set in, and Buscemi is great. This sort of incredibly two-faced councilman / mob leader boss guy that you're just starting to scratch the surface of who this character is, and I think it's awesome that he got a show where he is the main dude.
Yeah.
Because he's never that in anything.
He's always been the side character, right?
Yeah.
The character actor.
He's never been the main thing. Like in Fargo, he gives an incredible performance, so memorable in every way, and ends up in the chipper, and he's incredible in it, but you'd never say, well, that's a starring role for Steve Buscemi. So finally he gets his own thing, and I think it's raw time. And I know that series just ended. I guess it's 6 seasons, and it ended. Barely, like I want to say a couple of weeks ago was their final episode. But I'm stoked to dive in and watch that whole thing. So that's my recommendal. Not for kids. I'll just put that out there. Not for the kids.
Before we move over to Brian, did you notice that he was also in Lonesome Dove?
I did. He is in Lonesome Dove, and he is less old in Lonesome Dove. Let's put it that way. He looks like a young buck in there.
Yeah.
Still got weird bug eyes, but he's in it for sure. I love Lonesome Dove. Oh
Yeah,
man.
that's a
Except
classic.
for the cows getting electrocuted. That still looks real stupid.
That's streaming as well.
Yeah, I know. Same with that terrible special effect. Just try to close your eyes during the cows getting electrocuted part. It's so bad. It's really, really bad, everybody. Take my word for it. Anyway, Brian, what's yours?
Yes. All right. This is going to be a controversial one because this movie is not liked by everyone.
Okay.
However, I dig it. It's all right. So it's a rock and roll film, not quite on the level, well, not nearly on the level of Spinal Tap.
I know what this is.
I almost
you?
did this. I'm so glad
good.
I didn't.
Good. I'm so glad you didn't. The movie is Airheads, and it stars Buscemi with Adam Sandler and Brendan Fraser as three dudes who have a rock band that kind of sucks, and they hold a radio station hostage in order to get their stuff played. I want to say Joe Mantegna is the DJ. Is that right, or is he the station manager? DJ.
When do I get
But you've
the
also got
monies,
Chris
that guy?
Farley.
Yep.
Huh?
Isn't he the monies guy from
He is the
Simpsons?
monies guy.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Great.
You've also got Chris Farley, Michael McKean, Judd Nelson, Ernie Hudson, David Arquette, Michael Richards, Kramer is in this thing.
Weird.
And it's Chris Farley. It's a I won't say it's a throwaway film. It's fun. And
it's like Encino Man or like
Yeah,
there's a bunch
yeah.
of those movies, early 90s movies that are totally just fine to watch, you know?
Biodome.
Sure.
Biodome is a guilty pleasure of mine, I'll admit it.
Mine too. I don't hate Biodome. A lot of people really hate it, but
It's the heyday of that SNL era. That set of actors in that time, and these
Totally.
Are the,
And this feels like it could have been an SNL skit.
Yeah, totally.
Sure. I like it. I also am a big fan of Brendan Fraser, and a lot of people give him heat, but I think he's great. And I'm with you, man. That's a good movie. So not controversial for the three of us. We all like that movie just fine.
Good.
I liked it.
Screw the naysayers. Sorry, go ahead.
Brian, I really thought, and I was leaving this one for you, you were going to recommend things to do in Denver when you're dead.
I thought about this one too, yes.
So Land Guy in the chat room asked, has Steve Buscemi and Christopher Walken ever worked together? And they've actually been in a lot of movies together, specifically this one. So Buscemi plays the hitman, and Christopher Walken, he's like,
oh man, he's all olded out.
oh, weird, and he
Wheelchair bound, I think,
yeah,
right?
he's paraplegic. And who's the main guy?
It's Garcia, Andy Garcia.
Yeah. Have you seen this one?
Without the twin on his neck.
No, this is not. This is not familiar to me. I didn't even know about this. How old is
Andy
this?
Garcia was born with a conjoined twin on his neck, wasn't he?
Was he? I don't know.
I don't know if I've always believed this like it's sort of this urban legend, but
Wait, that he literally was born with a twin on his neck?
I want to say that, yeah.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
here it is on the what is NNDB? That's not like the
not the
That's not the IMDb.
No.
Oh no, there it is right here. Yeah, Andy Garcia, born with a conjoined twin
Really?
attached to his shoulder. Yeah.
What happened to the twin? Did it die?
Probably did not make it.
Oh.
It became Steve Buscemi.
Yay! That sounds about right. Like,
Oh, that's terrible.
like my sister's the ovarian cyst she had removed that had teeth and hair in it. That looks like Buscemi, basically.
Yeah, here we go. Was born as a conjoined twin. His twin was no bigger than a tennis ball and was surgically removed. All that remains is a scar on his shoulder.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Because there are psychological things with that. Like, that would have been a twin of mine.
Right.
But it never
Yeah, I
did.
wonder.
But did he keep it? Did he, like, put it in a jar? Like, what do you do?
Oh, no.
You don't
It's
think so?
probably-
You don't
No.
you don't name it? Like
Probably.
Jerry Garcia? Andy and Jerry hanging out on a
Anyway.
summer afternoon. It's just kind of, I know it's morbid, but you got to think about those things when you're the guy that had it removed. You just think about
I thought Brian's been watching Freak Show, American Horror Story.
Yes. Yeah.
Have you been watching that? How is that?
Oh, it's so good.
Is
It's
it?
really good. It's better than I think it's better than Asylum.
Definitely.
Certainly better than Coven, and
Yeah.
but almost as good as the first season.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
See where it goes. Woo. And there's of course conjoined twins in that one.
Yes.
And there's times where the CGI is really good with them, and there's other times where I'm just like, that's kind of
Anytime they have to show them from the back,
Yeah, walking.
it's like, yes, exactly. And their heads are that's a little weird. But all in all, and I wish they'd figure out how to do the creepiness from the opening credits from the first season again, because all of these have felt really silly ever since.
You just need to you need somebody standing too close to a stove with his wiener out, and you're good. That's all you need.
Sure.
Well, these are fine recommendals. Do we have a theme for next week? I like this. This is fun.
I was just gonna pick the runner-up of last week.
Okay, that's fine.
Sure.
What was it?
I think it was animated movies.
Oh, all right. We can do that.
Ooh.
That gives me all kinds of ideas.
Yeah. Let me just find
Streaming
my-
animated films.
Yes,
Okay.
I think that's what it is.
I like
Maybe
it.
it was classic animated.
Oh, well, that's fine. Whatever's up there, I guess.
As opposed to
Not
3D
digital.
CGI kind of thing. So like
Yeah, so no
cell-
digital animation.
Okay, so things that are not primarily CGI animated films, it can include things that, let's say Beauty and the Beast is streaming and it does feature some CGI work in that ballroom scene, but that doesn't, we can count that as a classically
but no
animated film.
no Henry Selick stop motion-y kind of stuff, just like traditional
cell
Disney
animation.
style animation.
Traditional animated movies.
Got it.
Submitted by Rob M.
Okay.
So I'm
All right,
guessing
Rob 'em.
I'm guessing no stop motion, just traditional animated.
Yeah. Some would argue that is that way, but we'll just say traditional cell hand-drawn animation. That's what we'll call it.
That's what I think when I think traditional.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Me
we're
too.
gonna have a lot to choose from, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
totally.
I'm in with that.
Would you like a Quizler?
Yes.
I would like a
This is
Quizler.
your 2-minute warning.
I don't have a.
Tom during
Tom,
Blue Scotties.
wake up, Tom. You're good to go now. Hold on, we'll get it. What's our theme for this? Do we have a theme? I don't remember. Here we go.
Chicken shit money.
There you go. Go for it.
Okay, here you go.
Come on, throw in a buck.
I don't tip.
You don't tip?
No, I don't believe in it.
You don't believe in tipping?
You know what these chicks make? They make shit. Don't give me that. She don't make enough money. She can quit.
He's such an ass.
Did you get
Oh,
it?
was that it? Okay, I think it was
got
second
it.
one. Yeah, I got it. I think I got it.
Dick.
Was it because I'm hearing Chris Penn? Was it Reservoir Dogs?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding ding ding! Look at us, everybody.
I was a waitress. One of my first jobs, I was a waitress, and I just love this. I love the banter because I think Tarantino hit on something very important in our culture and how some people believe in it, some don't, some leave stupid cards, and
Sure.
I just really love the scene.
Yeah, it's a good scene. It's funny because if you go to my brother-in-law was telling me he just went to Indonesia to pick his daughter up, and they don't tip there at all. In fact, it's kind of offensive to tip.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's so opposite. And so he never knew what to do. Like, do I give them extra? And if he did, like at the times he would forget and do that, they would like push it back to him and say no, and not take it and like not make eye contact. Like it's a real weird flip. Yeah. So I think it's mostly a westernized sort of culture thing.
Can I play you a second one? This is going to be my runner-up.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is
Ooh, the double Quizler.
Yeah, I
double
like it.
Quizler. Okay, here you go.
When my brother, Harold, asked me to be the best man at his wedding, I was like, oh, of course, man. Because you've always been there for me.
I got a guess.
Go for it.
Is it the Wedding Singer?
That is the Wedding Singer.
I knew it was a Sandler thing, but I couldn't think of the name. That's exactly it.
He plays the best man of the first wedding.
And
Better
since-
man.
and
I'm
since-
the better man.
And since Brian was a wedding singer once, or no, just a wedding DJ.
No,
sorry.
just a wedding DJ.
Yeah, he didn't sing.
I love that.
There
scene.
she
I wish
is.
it was streaming because that would have been my pick.
Well, Nicole, this is always fun. Next week, we go all hand animated, everybody. So watch for that. Nicole Spag on Twitter, ladiesofleet.com, and a million other things.
Recommendals.
Don't forget that.
Yeah, I'm going to put up more polls for what we decide to be our theme in the future.
And it's at Recommendals on Twitter, right?
Yeah, at Recommendals on Twitter.
Mhm.
Also, you can go on Facebook too.
Yeah,
So.
and we'll retweet it on the morning stream feed. So if you're unsure how to spell that or whatever, just watch for that.
Hate it.
Yeah, it's real easy. It's phonetic, so do it. Nicole, stay out of trouble. We'll talk to you next time. There's
Bye.
someone in
See
your
ya.
window. Just kidding. There's not. There's nobody there.
What?
I don't know. All right, we're gonna add Tom,
Yay!
the ace detective himself. patiently sitting idly by, waiting for us to get our poop together here and do a thing with him.
With the computer, as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
That man in question is one Tom Merritt, recently returned from BlizzCon himself. Tom Merritt, everybody.
Hello, Scott and Brian.
Hello,
Tom.
It is as if we just saw you.
It is. It was great seeing you guys. That was a lot of fun.
I agree, yeah. I mean, honestly, I keep trying to scratch my head going, now, why was this year so much of a cooler BlizzCon than in the past? They've all been fun, but what was this? Why was this one, why did it feel more special? And I think what I've come down to is just more time with friends than usual. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the big kicker for me.
You know, part of that was the food trucks.
Yeah, that might have been.
Like, seriously, instead of spending a long time like trying to coordinate everybody and then make reservations and then find a place.
I want this kind of food. No,
yeah, it was just like, oh, we'll meet by the fountain, go get some food trucks, come back and sit.
Yep.
Awesome.
I agree. Yeah. That stuff was much more compressed, and they didn't have that. Like in 2011, they had that at all when we were there. So it was always the struggle of like, all right, which horrible line do we want to wait in, or what do we want to settle for? I mean, it kind of sucked, and you'd have to decide on some restaurant near, blocks away or something. And, just all of those factors, I think, played a part. But it was just, I don't know, it's just great to see everybody and hang out.
That was the Guild Hall. I mean, I cannot ever thank the folks who organized the AIE Guild Hall enough. That is essential to making it fun, because you always have a place you can go meet back at. Mm-hmm. You have tons of cool people there. It was great seeing everybody. It's just amazing.
Yeah, you can't do it without it, as far as I'm concerned. It wouldn't be BlizzCon without it. And
I just realized you don't have my video.
Oh, you can send me some video if you like. Hey,
I looked at the stream and I was like, why am I stuck like this?
Frozen. Oh, you did. You are kind of the same avatar moving now. It's kind of weird. The only
people are saying like, oh, Overwatch was great, and seeing the Warcraft movie trailer, all that stuff was great. Definitely my favorite part of BlizzCon was hanging out with Tom, Nicole, Mark, Patrick, the Durans, Scott, Kim, Terpster, all those people.
Sure, all those dingleberries.
Yeah.
And it hit me like when I'm interested in those Hearthstone finals just generally. And I would have enjoyed sitting there watching them. But they're so much more fun when we're all in the same row and we're all cracking wise. And somebody's got a bad joke to make. Like what?
Like being at the ball game.
Right. That's exactly what it is. It's just like I'm discovering social interaction for the first time or something. But it really is awesome. So it's good to have you on the show. Tom comes on here, talks about technology and the way we use it, usually in preparation for his daily tech news show, which airs today at around 2:30 this time of day. I'm around closer to 3 Mountain Time. Tom, what's on the minds of technologists everywhere today?
Well, net neutrality is on the minds of technologists everywhere. I mean, that thing's just eating up the internet right now, and sadly, it's become politicized. So now it's no longer let's have a reasonable debate about how the internet should be managed. Although it was always teetering on the edge as far as that went. Now it's become, if you're a Republican, net neutrality means Obamacare, and if you're a Democrat, net neutrality means freedom for all peoples. Mm-hmm. And it's both positions are just ridiculous.
So when I knew that if the president ever stood up and made a stand or a statement or some sort of plan, that it would immediately turn into, guys like can't remember his name. Can't remember the guy's name. Oh, Ted Cruz standing up and saying,
"Yeah,
it's
what happened.
It's Obamacare for the internet," which is the most unfair classification I've ever heard.
Yeah, and what's really sad is there's been some great work done by the Republican Party on copyright, measured copyright reform, on ways to increase competition, to encourage good practices on internet management, etc. And that's all just going to get tossed now. It's whatever. I'm
what's
more
the
excited
answer
about the comet landing? Did you guys watch that?
No, I heard about this, but how did it go? Tell us about it. Give us the scoop.
Did Bruce Willis make it, is what I want to know.
That was the funny part. So I get Eileen up. I'm like, hey, they're about to land the Philo lander on the comet. She's like, oh, okay, I'll get up and watch. And she looks, she just, sees everybody in the control room. She's like, when do we get to see it? And I was like, well, you don't. There's not like a camera out there. And I made the Bruce Willis joke. I'm like, but Bruce Willis will be fine.
Yeah, don't worry.
And then I was like, yeah, you've been working so hard. You didn't realize this comet was headed for Earth and we have to stop it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was not a visually stunning thing, but it was a scientifically stunning thing. And actually, one of the coolest visuals of the whole thing was seeing, you know, the 8 mission leads leaning over the computers, silent, waiting for the telemetry data. You know, it may not be as dramatic as what you see in the movies or watching the moon landing, but it was awesome to just see that data finally show up on the screen, and they are all smiling and hugging and cheering, because we've never done this. We just took something that we made, a probe, a machine, launched it a decade ago towards a moving comet and soft landed it. Deep Impact was the NASA mission that slammed into a comet and then sent back a lot of useful data about the composition of comets. This is a soft landing, and the worst part was that the thrusters that were supposed to help with the landing were malfunctioning. They weren't coming back with a proper test. They could still do the landing, but it made it a lot riskier because this thing doesn't have enough gravity for you to just land on it. Right. You have to actually attach yourself to it. Well, I'm anthropomorphizing, but the Philolander had to attach itself, so it had screws and harpoons.
Oh my gosh!
And so it shot out harpoons to grip the surface, and then screwed itself into the surface.
That's how I attach myself to things.
Like that Overwatch character.
Yeah,
like a sniper rifle.
Like the Widowmaker.
Pull herself up to places.
It's like a sniper rifle.
Freaking Widowmaker lady.
You know, and so as with any of these kind of space missions, there's going to be a bunch of naysayers like, why are we wasting money on this? And the reason that we're doing it is for science, for exploration, for collection of more information about how the universe exists and how it works, and which helps you to actually complain about them spending that money on Twitter, the fact that we have figured out all of this stuff. But also more directly, it will help us understand the composition of the way our planets came together.
Sure.
It will give us the ability to find resources in space and know, like, this is how much water is out there. These are how many minerals are out there. There's all kinds of repercussions from this kind of data that will not have an immediate impact, but will definitely prove incredibly useful to people down the road.
Well, as human beings get less and less patient and have less and less more time to savor data like this, it's going to be harder and harder for those arguments to be made. And it's interesting because this is a major thematic point, certainly in the first half of Interstellar. It's one of the things I really liked about it. Have you seen it? Because I'm really anxious to get
I saw it on Sunday.
Yeah, so thoughts, man. I mean, without spoilers, and there aren't really, it's hard to make spoilers, actually.
Well, if you want spoilers on Interstellar, Brian Brushwood and I talked about it on Cord Killers. It's spoiler in time, so the patrons all got that already, and it'll come out into the regular feed tomorrow.
Yeah.
Actually, it should be in there sometime today, now that I realize that it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
but my overall impressions, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
There are, you know, the scientific plot holes that they make are always stick out to me.
Sure.
They are ones that mostly don't annoy me and get in the way. I'm like, yeah, you know, that would slow down the story. Okay, fine. I'll deal with that.
Sure.
I was the only thing that really took me out of loving, like absolutely loving the movie was the sort of like, because it's love that helps us do this, not science, sort of implication in a couple of places.
There are a couple moments where it's a little heavy-handed in that way.
Yeah, and it's not horrible at all. No. I'm just like, you know, if I'm going to give a balanced opinion, there's my negative. It really stuck out to me most when he decides to take manual control of the docking.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, no, that's a really stupid idea. Like, this is just math.
Yeah.
The robot that can think a million times faster than you is going to be much better at this than you are.
No matter how snarky and weirdly shaped he is. Yeah.
That would not have been a very tense moment if you're like, well, the robot has calculated everything perfectly, so there's no risk of us crashing.
That's true. There are definitely moments like that. I think the father-daughter bond thing really resonated with me because of I think it just happens when you're a dad.
I was thinking of you and Brian Brushwood through that entire story.
Yeah, that stuff really resonated with me, but also that they also were so well performed. Like, you got to give props to all three of those actors: McConaughey, Chastain, and then the girl's name I forget. Her last name's Foy. Mackenzie Foy is her name. They were amazing. Like that's what won the movie for me. Were these great performances, and then just purely showing me stuff I don't get to see in movies hardly ever. And I don't just mean visually. I mean like playing with time, space, and years and how they work and relativity and how it works. That reminds me of being a kid and just being fascinated with that stuff and Star Trek ideas and, you know, what would it mean if every hour of my time meant 7 years on Earth? Like, that kind of stuff is just beyond fascinating to me. So to just have somebody come in and make a mainstream movie this well made and put together that talks about those kinds of concepts, I just don't feel like we get that very often.
I'm getting people coming at me with attack ads today on Twitter, by the way. Earlier, someone's like, Ace Detect, apologist for voodoo, because I was arguing that voodoo wasn't as bad as Chad and Brian said on Cord Killers. And then just now, Ace Detect, hater of love in space.
No, what you make it, that was less of a problem with the concept and more of a problem with delivery, I think. Like, they could have, I understand the allegory, I understand where they were coming from, and I understand this idea of trying to understand this human emotion that does seem like it transcends so many things, but the way they presented it was just a little bit too, I don't know, like I felt like they were so subtle about so many other things. I feel like they could have been more subtle about that. That's all. So I'm with you. I'm with you. And it doesn't mean we hate love. We love love. In fact, Tom even said the only thing that kept him from loving the movie was the love part. Which is kind of ironic.
Actually, the love part was the part where he's like, love is the way. I was less worried about that because I'm like, well, that's that character's interpretation.
Sure.
It was more the like, no, the humans must take charge in the most mathematical situations.
Sure.
By the way, this just in, the anchors on the Philo lander have not deployed, apparently.
Oh.
So while it is on the surface and it is transmitting, it is not necessarily stable on 67p, which is kind of difficult because that, you know, there's very little gravity. Not enough to keep it.
How large of a body is it? Are we talking moon, smaller than moon? Like,
no, much smaller than the moon.
Oh, okay, interesting. So if that's true, yeah, that doesn't seem very stable. Is it they didn't work? They're not functioning? We don't know.
It's one of those things where they're just reading the data and it says anchors haven't deployed.
Maybe the AI is saying, I don't need no anchors. I got this.
I'm anchored by love.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Well, all right. I like it's a very spacey episode, despite and very positive, forward-thinking kind of episode of Tech Time with Tom. And we quickly got over the negative, crappy human part, which is we don't know what to do on the internet. Bunch of damn political idiots.
Yeah, my 10,000-foot view of all of that is, you know what? The internet will route around.
Yeah.
Whatever these idiots, and I'm going to say that broadly speaking,
blanket,
decide to do. Because it's pretty clear that they're not going to make a responsibly logical decision based on good network management practices, no matter what.
Yeah.
Whatever they end up doing,
they're going to try to manually. They're going to try to manually dock, aren't they? To use an allegory from the film.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's more like they've decided not to dock at all.
Oh, great.
But yeah, no, I think the internet will always figure it out.
Well,
I have faith in that part of what this kind of technology has unleashed.
Yeah.
You know, there've been all kinds of fights like this. None of them end up being truly disastrous, and we always they may kick the can down the road and delay some things that shouldn't be delayed, but we usually figure it out.
We are in your camp, I believe, when it comes to all of this. Tom Merritt, everybody, Ace Detect on Twitter. DTNS happening today. Who's your guest today?
Well, today I have Mike Wolf of technology.fm. And he's going to bring the home automation, smart home knowledge, along with all of these other stories. So definitely check that out.
When the zombies come, I would like a man named Mike Wolf to be with us. He can be our leader. Sounds like a stud and will take care of us all. Also, a million other things. So just follow Tom on Twitter. He'll tell you all about it. Ace Detect on Twitter. Tom, thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye now. All right. Brian?
Cool. Yes, sir.
We've come this far. I'm going to save these emails for tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because we're already 10 till.
Yeah, we're running pretty late.
Okay.
I don't want to go too long. And these are all good emails, so we'll save them. Don't you worry, folks. We're not going to get rid of them. Today's been a fantastic day. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you to our guests. Thank you to our listeners. Thank you to live listeners. Thank you to everyone. We'll be back tomorrow with their Therapy Thursday and your emails and more. Oh, and then a PM episode, and Brian will be in LA when that happens.
That's right.
Live.
I'm live from L.A.
That's right. He's a mover and a shaker. Weren't you just there?
All the
Yes,
good
he
people
was.
of the world washing their cars.
That's right. Frogpants.com/TMS is our website. Email us themorningstream@gmail.com. We're on Twitter @morningstream, @Scott Johnson, @Coverville. I just threw a thing on the ground. That's going to do it for us. Brian, why don't we have some music now, please?
Well, before we do that, I will tell you that there will be a Coverville today.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly a shorter show, but bands you hate. So bands that are universally hated. Of course, this is all because Chad Kroeger from Nickelback is turning 40 this week. So there'll be some Nickelback covers, probably some Creed covers, maybe some Insane Clown Posse, some Spin Doctors, some Smash Mouth. These are all bands that came up.
Bands that get a lot of heat, a lot of crap for whatever reason. Sometimes they're okay, but people just have decided to pigeonhole them. Sometimes they're genuinely bad and sound the same every time they do anything. I love this theme. This is a great theme.
It is, and it's fun. It's going to be fun to kind of hear songs that are from bands you don't like, but done by different people, and maybe you'll be like, well, that's not such a bad song after all. So that should be a fun one. That'll be at 2 p.m. Mountain Time right here on the AGR stream, of course, coverville.com/live.
Love it. All right.
And I know, there are going to be people out there who say, oh, I like this band. I can't believe that you've got them. I can find something to like in just about all of these bands.
And that's the point, isn't it?
That's the point.
Yeah. That's the point, is that there's a reason they sold millions of copies of their albums.
Right.
But somehow they suck. It's the weirdest thing. This is a great thing, and I don't think people should give you too much crap. If they do,
no, I don't.
We'll sick somebody on them. It's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
By the way, one other last thing.
Yeah.
I watched Looking for Group. And not Looking for Groot, Looking for Group. And it's fantastic. It's a really, really good documentary. And it was great to see not only you in there, but also Moises Gomez, who was instrumental in getting the guild hall going at BlizzCon, as well as Ben from our raid team.
Garrett was briefly in there.
Garrett, yes. I think they misspelled his name at the end, right? Because it's
because Weinzierl's a nightmare to spell, so it's not shocking to me. Yeah, I do it to him all the time.
And of course, seeing you and seeing the humongous free play banner in the background.
Yeah,
of
you
your
like
shot.
that? Yeah, I had Henry back there, and there's a Marvel poster. There's Steve the Duck. I had all kinds of crap in the background.
It's great to see.
And just as a small reminder, had no idea what that was for when I was doing it. So that was a big surprise to me.
That's really funny.
It's a really inspiring documentary on the whole. Like, don't let me being in it deter anybody. It's really worth seeing, and it's very. If you want to get inspired about whatever work you do, I feel like this is a good place to go. It's really good.
Right. Yeah, it's seeing Samwise Didier in there too. Is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah, you don't get enough of him, I think.
Don't get enough of him, and I knew that he was in the Elite Tour and Chieftain, right?
Yeah, he's upper echelon. He's still head of all art at Blizzard, but he is less in the limelight than, say, Chris and some others.
Right.
So it's always good to see him, talk about his craft.
So cool. Anyway,
the origins of Pandarans and all that. I love that stuff. So good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go watch that. It's free. It's free. What are you waiting for?
You dummies. It's on YouTube and Hulu now. So get it.
That's right. Well, I know what you're waiting for. You're waiting for music.
Oh, yeah, music.
Matthew wrote in, said, "Hey, sup and bros. My name is Matthew from Peterborough, England. I'd like to make a request for no particular reason other than I love this cover. Feel free to slip in this request when you have room." Well, I have room today. You guys keep me going on the long night shifts where I would otherwise go insane. Hope you guys had a nice BlizzCon. Lick the Tarantino toe, though.
Oh,
Matthew.
Hey, now. Whew. Yes. No, thank you.
So this is pretty cool. And it's funny because I remember Tristan really being into the original version of this song for a while. And so hearing a cover, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember this song. I mean, it's like a year ago. Sure. This is a song called I Want to Get Better by the Bleachers. And the cover is by Against the Current featuring the Ready Set. This is a single you can download from the iTunes. It came out this year. Again, cover of the Bleachers by Against the Current and the Ready Set.
Nice. Let's play it now. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We'll see you then.